of import is happening to Oyo State. Some say it is history come in full circle. Others say it is the initiative of a new generation convinced that history never forgets and therefore committed to leave footprints for which history will remember them with kind words. Both sides agree that Engineer Seyi Makinde, Governor of Oyo State, is fitting into the mold of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Premier of the defunct Western region. He is reshaping the physical and infrastructure fortune of Oyo State, writing the name of his generation on the marble of governance in the state. In the countdown to the meeting of the PDP's Governors Forum in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, True Vision, in collaboration with the PDP's Governors Forum, spoke with Governor Makinde on what constitutes true governance for him and his vision for Oyo State in the 21st century. For anyone who has visited Oyo State recently, such a visitor would agree that the Governor Makinde administration is reenacting those giant developmental leaps that made the defunct Western region a pace setter in education, rural development, and infrastructure. Why has Makinde been able to achieve these milestones? First, the faithful implementation of the people-oriented programs of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is central to understanding the phenomenal success recorded by Seyi Makinde. Second important point is that Governor Makinde came to the job well-equipped, given his background as a well-trained engineer who, in addition to studying both at home, the University of Lagos, and abroad, honed his professional and administrative skills in reputable companies such as the Shell Petroleum Development Company, Rebold International Limited, and Macon Engineering and Technical Services Limited. The last being a company he founded and grew into a multinational status within a decade, with offices in Nigeria, the United States of America, and South Africa.
We developed a roadmap for accelerated development of Oyo State 2019 to 2023. And we laid out four major areas, health, education, expansion of our economy through infrastructure and agribusiness, and security. So what we did, because we were prepared, so what we did was just follow precisely what we put down in our roadmap. Towards the end of the first tenure of our administration, we went back, evaluated that roadmap, and we looked at successes that we've recorded. And for my second tenure, we also developed a new roadmap where we highlighted all the things we've done. And then in the new roadmap, which is a roadmap for sustainable development of Oyo State, 2023 to 2027, we also added a few things, like expansion of our economy. We added solid minerals development, and we added tourism. And then you can see some of the things that we're doing. We're upgrading the airport in Ibadan to international standard. We're almost completing the circular road around Ibadan. So I would basically say that we were prepared, and we put all the things that we want to do. We reduced it to black and white so that we can track it, you can track it, the populace can also track it.
That does not sufficiently explain the fact that under him, Oyo State has recorded impressive strides in education, infrastructure, internally generated revenue, health, etc. Of strategic bearing to the transformation that has taken place in Oyo State under Makinde is his ability to impose sublime emotional intelligence on his education, experience, and passion for service. This came to bear on his response when he rejected the COVID-19 era lockdown because he correctly anticipated the adverse effects of such policy on people who depended on daily income to sustain their families.
We've always dared to be different in Oyo State. Remember, we were barely 8 months in office when COVID hit in 2020, early 2020. And we were here at the National Economic Council meeting where they said, well, we must lock down the entire country. And I said, no, we cannot lock down Oyo State because I know people that if they don't go out today, they may not eat tomorrow. And I asked them, how are we going to feed these people? So we didn't lock down Oyo State, and within weeks, everywhere that were locked down, they opened it as well. So we've always prioritized the economic welfare of our people. And now, just specifically on what we're going through currently, we know where the issues lie with the Oyo State people. Where we have comparative advantage is in the field of agribusiness. Oyo State is the largest landmass in the southern part of Nigeria. And if we were to be a country in Africa, by landmass, would be number 44. That's 44 out of 54 African countries. Oyo State is bigger in landmass by at least 10 other African countries. Now, if it's going to be by population, we'll be number 33. So that is how big, Oyo State is in terms of landmass, in terms of population. And what we've done is we've had intervention, meaningful intervention. In Yoruba land, they will say that if hunger leaves poverty, then you've broken the back of that poverty. So for us in Oyo State, we try to ensure that we keep food inflation down as much as possible. And whatever we try to do, we use data, we use logic, and we use science.
But first, a bird's eye view of the giant stride of the self-effacing politician, administrator, and patriot.
Before we came in from Ibadan to Iseyin, for instance, will take you about 3 hours. Now we reconstructed the 65-kilometer stretch of that road. That was the first contract we awarded November 2019. With that connectivity, you can use below 1 hour. Let's say about 50-55 minutes to go from Ibadan to Iseyin. So people now, they live in Iseyin and they come to work in Ibadan.
In agriculture, on assumption of office, Makinde established a special purpose vehicle, the Oyo State Agribusiness Development Agency, through which he delivered the Fashola Agribusiness Industrial Hub, which has been designated by the African Development Bank as the first special agro-industrial processing zone in Nigeria. The significance of this project is underscored by the fact that it was once visited by the president of Sierra Leone with a view to following the Oyo State model in agribusiness.
Farm in Europe, this is what you see. all over the place. And this is what they keep to give to animals when the dry season, mixed with the maize straw that you mentioned. They don't for them to eat. They don't eat for Miranda or take them all over the place during the dry season. I think this is part of the material that they use in mixing with their crops.
That is the premix, like concentrate. Concentrate. Cotton seed cake, palm kernel seed cake, soya bean cake. So we mix that with that to add to protein. That is all locally produced.
Everything you have here is locally produced.
We have our Agricultural Transformation Center at Fashola. It was moribund. We fixed the road in front of it, and then we revived it, and that is working. And entrepreneurs in Oyo State, we've given a lot of intervention facilities, to entrepreneurs and also even our youth. So the crisis was precipitated by the policies of the federal government, but we live in that same economy, and what we've done is to have targeted and specific intervention in Oyo State, which so far it has been working. Even in the midst of this economic crisis, we've been growing our IGR, and we've been doing a lot more.
In the area of security, though the only PDP governor in the Southwest during his first term as a leader that prioritized governance over politics, Governor Makinde actively collaborated with his APC counterparts in other states of the zone to deliver the Western Nigerian Security Network Agency, codenamed Amotekun, which today ensures that the Southwest is about the safest part of the country.
Oyo State, I can boast, it's one of the safest states in this country. Not like we don't have our challenges, or from the pressure point we're not having bandit trying to settle in there, but we have not allowed them to. When we came in, we had challenges, farmers and others, clashing. You have, terrorists trying to come in. You have also illegal miners, trying to gain a foothold. So we had medley of things, and we were looking at the federal government, coming in. We even raised the issue of state police with the federal government. Of course, it's a constitutional issue, but we decided we won't just fold our arms and allow things to continue that way. So we created what we call the Western Nigeria Security Network, Amotekun. It's our own response to community policing, and also taking non-state actors, who have been doing one thing or the other within their communities, integrating them into the state security architecture. It was difficult in the beginning because conflict, interagency rivalry and things like that, but we did that in 2020, late 2020, and I think people cannot imagine Oyo State without Amotekun right now. So, and in terms of supporting the federal security agencies, we've also been doing our best that way. All the agencies are practically working together, and the resultant effect has been a safe and secure Oyo State. One other thing that we did was the state capital, which holds almost about 50% of the population. We started by lighting up 20 kilometers of roads, and we've improved that to about 200 kilometers now. And our vision is before 2027, about 500 kilometers of roads within the metropolis and also across the state should have been well lit. Technology has played a big part. We put out the 615 as a number that you can call toll free if you have any security issue in the state. Apart from the police having their own control room, we also have for the state, which connects all the agencies in the state together so that if there's an incident, the response is very quick and swift. And we've also we've not played politics with the security of our people, because we quite frankly knew that whether we want to expand our economy, we want schools to operate, we want to carry out any meaningful venture, you cannot do any of those things in an atmosphere of insecurity. So for us, we've paid adequate attention, and we've also put our money where our mouth is.
In education, Governor Makinde has recruited over 25,000 teaching and non-teaching staff into public primary and secondary schools, reconstructed over 200 classrooms, equipped with furniture and other equipment, and built over 70 model schools, among other initiatives in the last 5 years. These initiatives have rejuvenated the education sector of the state. For a greater insight into the phenomenal changes that have taken place in the education sector under him, log on to the website of the PDP's Governors Forum magazine. You'll be glad you did. If the progress in the education sector has been phenomenal, the transformation that has taken place in the health sector under Makinde is, to put it appositely, life-saving. Under his watch, the state government has built and equipped over 260 primary health care centers, recruited over 3,000 staff into the primary health care centers, renovated and equipped secondary health facilities, and recruited over 1,500 staff to man the facilities through the Oyo State Hospital Management Board. Still on health, the state government has also provided health insurance for all categories of learners from primary school to tertiary institutions, provided health insurance cover for pregnant women, under 5 children and retirees. Among other key achievements in the health sector, Governor Makinde has successfully transformed a sector that was once neglected. Thus, when Makinde says that his mantra is to dare to be different, it should be seen against the background of a leader who, driven by an unquenchable zeal to better the lives of his people, is prepared to adopt at times life-threatening, out-of-the-box thinking and strategies.
The institutions that we're creating that will guarantee sustainable development of Oyo State, they are the things that I think in the years to come they will remember this administration for.